Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's get ready together while I talk about project panning. I wanted to film this video because there are many updates on my project pan, yet this will not be a regular project pan update. I am just wanting to use the products on camera to show you what I'm currently panning and then share with you my thoughts about the whole project. If you're interested in project panning and using up your products, then please subscribe and keep on watching. The primer that I'm currently using is the MAC Prep and Prime. This is the yellow one. This is my oldest product, and to be fair, it's lasted this long because I only use this for special occasions, but I thought, filming is kind of like a special occasion. But this is definitely a product that I want to finish up this year. I have barely 10 primers left, but I feel like I should have probably 0 primers. And something that I wanted to talk about today was actually repurposing makeup and skincare products to use them as different things. And primer is one thing that I usually use as different things. The regular ones could be good as moisturizers if they are hydrating primers. But the priming serums I just used basically as regular serums. So I had the Evelyn, the Weibo, the Sensei, all of them I just used as regular serums before my moisturizer. For foundation, I'm mixing up these two products because this is a little bit too dark and this is definitely way too light for me. So of course the BB cream from Pupa, which happens to be a primer as well, but I'm gonna use it on top of primer. And then of course I have the NYX Blur, which is interesting, but way too light for me. This is more of a full coverage thing. So actually the two of them together, color-wise and coverage-wise, is really good. So I'm gonna put probably 2 of this and then 1 of this. Actually, my foundations go just really well this year. I've used up so many. Of course, most of them were not full. I mean, I've used them before, but currently have 27, I believe, which is still crazy, but at least it's under 30, which was a huge goal for this year. But I kind of want to be around 22 before I buy anything new, and also I'm currently on a no buy. I'm not buying any foundations, thankfully. I was really foundation crazy even in the beginning of the year, like the first couple of months, but now I'm really wanting to just condense my collection. And foundation or BB creams I usually mix in with other things. I yet again created this glowy body lotion in which I put my BB cream, like some of the, I think it was the Gosh BB cream that I used up that way. So basically you can put it on your arm, on your legs, all over your body. And I remember the Hydro Hero from Essence, which was basically nothing. It was a nothing product. I don't want to say garbage, but it was really not cool. That one I actually use as primer because it had no coverage. It was really weird on the skin. So I managed to finish that product up that way. But the best thing that I've found for foundations to use them up other than on my face as foundations is literally in the body lotion to create a little bit of a more coverage for your legs or your arms or whatever. Especially for summer, for a glowy product, if you add in some crushed up highlighters or some liquid highlighter, it's the best thing. It's looking way too light on camera, even though in the mirror it looks okay. Interesting. Now let's move on to concealer. Currently I'm using the Super Stay from Maybelline. This is the old packaging, which only shows how old this is, probably 3 years old or something. Obviously I want to finish this up because it's quite old. Concealers, I have a couple that I used in full face videos. I really need to blend my face out because look at those patches. So like I was saying, I have a couple of concealers that are way too light coverage. They're mostly looking like foundations coverage wise. So I think since I'm going quite well with my foundations, I think I'm gonna just finish them up. Finish concealers up as foundations. Not putting them all over the face. I know that the Gosh one was like that, and also probably the Pan GRWM I think was really light of a coverage. But concealer wise, I'm just not doing that well. I only finished up 3 products this year. even though I'm using more than one product, which I'm going to show you in just 1 second. Because over or under the other concealer, I would use a concealer stick. This happens to be the Rimmel Hide the Blemish. And this is really creamy. I love it. I use the Essence one, the Essence something stick. I'll put the name here. That wasn't creamy and it dragged on the skin. This is really, really nice. And I like that it's putting a little bit more peachy than the liquids. So you can totally use this as color correction. And even this way, I used up only like 3 products and I have 30. So it's not going that well. And I ordered one because I need one for a full face of Kiko video coming your way at some point because I did order stuff. I just don't need to buy any concealers. Well, actually, if I'm done with the full face videos, I'm probably not buying concealer for a while, even though I've been really, really interested in the She Glam one with the cooling end, like a little metal applicator. But I think that will be available even next year, so I can totally wait with that. But I just need to use probably 2 of my concealers as foundation, so we'll see this year how it goes. And now for contour. This is a sample that I got. I don't know if it was Cold Beauty or Beauty Bay. It was not this year actually. So this was the Huda Overachiever Concealer sample. So I got every shade like this. When I ordered something, I already finished the chocolate chip one. Obviously way too dark. And currently I'm using the brownie, which is this one. This is a tiny bit better, but these are probably older or they're just really, really thick. I don't know what the thing is, but these are way too thick and blend not that well into foundation, which is kind of weird. And I'm just going in to the product on my little brush. And I'm gonna, well, contour, bronze, you know, whatever. I think this is probably gone now, so tomorrow I can get into the maple syrup one next to it. But I just want to finish even my samples. So this is what I'm using as cream contour, cream bronzer type of a thing. You definitely don't need much. But if you need more, you can definitely build this up because I've done that before. Let me just carve at the nose that way to create a little button nose. And a little bit on my double chin. Cool. Okay, I actually love it. Of course, as I'm gradually getting into the lighter shades, I guess I could be able to use more of the product. And of course, these I'm going to use up as concealer, basically. And some other thing that I wanted to talk about makeup collections and decluttering and project pan is how people are afraid to actually use their things up. I'm of course on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, and I keep seeing all of these massive declutters and they just drive me mad that people don't use their products, they just declutter everything. Of course, I did a huge declutter at the beginning of COVID, and I'm always doing it. I just decluttered my lipsticks, but for the most part, I just really want to finish product. Why are we afraid of finishing things? I just don't get. While I'm talking, I'm doing cream blush. This is the Revolution Super Dewy one, and it's almost gone. That is just so satisfying. Look at that. So as I was saying, I'm just putting this, of course, where I want it to be blushy and cute. I just really, really hate when people throw everything away and not even give things a chance to try to finish them. Even if you don't love it, you could use it up. I mean, you paid for it, so it's just so annoying to me how people just want to get rid of everything because they say that that would be more economical. No, it wouldn't. The best thing would be if you use the things that you buy. Of course, that would probably even stop you from buying so much. I mean, the fact that I actually made a list of all of the products that I have. I have a notebook with all of the makeup items that I have and even skincare. That just made me realize how massive a collection I have. And it kind of stops me from buying way too much of everything anymore. I'm just trying to be smarter about it. Or if I do buy something, that I would have to somehow get rid of some other thing, meaning I would have to use it up. I would have to DIY it, I would have to find other ways to use things, and then I'm using my things and yet I get to enjoy new products, which is perfect. That is the main reason why I wanted to make this video, to talk about the ways you could probably repurpose your makeup, because we all have these massive collections. We all want to buy the new viral stuff all the time, and then you have your old stuff that needs to be used up. So if you cannot use everything up at the same time, obviously, then just find, oops, I'm also dropping this. This is powder, which I also DIY'd myself, which I'm going to tell you why. So the thing is, use your things up in different ways if you cannot use them up how they were intended, because it would be too much. Also, if you don't love something, you can mix it up with other things and then create a brand new thing, a brand new product, which I absolutely adore myself. So this is actually a loose powder, which, if you can tell, is kind of a peachy looking thing, because I mixed up a loose powder, eyeshadow, and a blush. So that's what this thing is. Some of it is this eyeshadow, which is a straight white eyeshadow from Makeup Obsession. Some of it is this ombre blusher from Lovely, and I'm going to show you how I scraped out the top part. And then the rest is a loose powder, which is the MUA loose powder, which is not in this room currently, but that's what this is. So I didn't like the color, and I wanted a peachy product to just brighten up my complexion. And instead of getting a new product, going out and buying something new, I just created my own, which I absolutely adore. And in this way, I can just finish up a lot more things. Okay, bronzer is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. I could probably show you with the packaging. So Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is what it currently looks like. You can tell how deep I've been into this product. I just love how you can tell on camera. And lately I've been using a big brush. And this is, I think, way too dark for me. Would be way too dark for me for any other time, but since summer is coming up. So this is number 021, which is called Sunlight. And this is just perfect for me for summer. Look at that, how pretty. And this is a really nice product. And still available, even though I got this like, I don't know how many years ago. And also I'm just using up my oldest thing. So first one, first out base, I guess. And the bronzer you can use basically on your body. Right now I'm not going to, because today is such a rainy day. It's totally an English summer here in Hungary right now. But you can definitely mix this up with your body lotion, which I usually do. I did mix, not this one, but the one that I had before, which was the She Bronzer. I mixed it in with my body lotion, also with highlighter, and then foundation, of course, and then created like this glowy body product for summer, which I absolutely love. And now blush is also interesting, because if you can tell, this is in this powder compact from Essence, because that was empty and I had it. And in this we have a loose blush. So this is what it looks like. This is the Lovely blush with the eyeshadow, because actually the Lovely blush is way too pigmented. It's way too dark and vibrant, and it would look exactly like this shirt on my face. I would look like a clown. Oops, I have some liquid blush on my hand. So I found the color not to be the right match, so I mixed it up with white eyeshadow, and like this, it's almost similar to the Dior one, which I actually have, but I still use this one. And you don't need much of this. That's actually way too much. And actually, I think that repurposing makeup is my hobby. It's what I do for fun. So I definitely love to just play around with stuff and mixing them up and crushing things and mixing them up with new things. So this is what it looks like. Absolutely perfect. I just adore this color. Highlighter is the illuminating powder from Alverde. And I can show you, of course, this has been used for a month, and that's how much I've been using up from it. I love that you can tell. I just absolutely adore that. And I love this brush for it. And highlighter is also very versatile, because you can use it on your eyes. And then makeup projects, obviously, you can use it on your body. You can probably use it even with a big brush on your body. You don't have to like mix it up with anything. I just love mixing things up. So of course I mixed up my highlighters with a body lotion, with a Nivea body lotion, which was like the cherry blossom scented one. And I created this really, really cute like body highlight for summer. I do actually have a tutorial on my channel and probably also on TikTok, so check those out. But highlighter is literally something that you can absolutely use everywhere on your body that you want to shine. And also liquid highlighters are the best to create anything. Currently I have this Barium one in my drawer, and this is really, really pretty. Of course it looks like this because these tend to dry out, OMG. So I'm gonna swatch this for you. There it is, and you can actually put this on your eyes, put this on your face, put this on your lips. Look how pretty. It's like this purpley, bluey, white, duo, trio, chrome, multi-chrome. Amazing product. You can use this anywhere. Probably I'll put some on my mustache there. Okay, now brows. I have the Art Deco Duo Pencil, which is a pencil one end, and then the other end is a powder, if I can show you. So this is the powdery end. I don't use that because even the pencil is way too dark. I don't need that much coverage on my brows, but the pencil is nice. And what I really love about brow pencils, that they are very, very cool toned, obviously. So you can totally use them as cool toned eyeliners or even lip liners. I have to tell you the truth, when I'm in the office and I don't like a lipstick that I have there, I probably would go over it with this brow pencil to create a different color, especially if things are way too peachy or way too terracotta brown. Then I would just go over it with this one and it would be the perfect cool toned brownie fun shade. And of course I put a little bit on my birthmark. Boop. So even eyebrows can be used multiple ways, and I love that. Next up is eyebrow gel, which is also a multi-use product because I use sometimes some of it in my hair. Well, not if I have flowy hair day like today, but if I'm wearing a bun or a ponytail and I have a few flyaways, this is just perfect to kind of smooth everything down. Look how much better. Okay, let's move on to eye makeup. This is the most tricky area when it comes to the makeup collection. I'm just using this. Actually, it's a banana powder from Obsession. I'm showing this to you. So this is a banana powder from Obsession, which I'm using all over the lid. But eyeshadow palettes are like the most difficult for me to somehow come into terms with. I mean, eyeshadow could be used so many ways. I absolutely adore that it could be used on the face, on the body, in other products, on the nails, which is something that I'm just getting into and I absolutely love it. But it's still too much, and I feel like that lately, like this year, I've been really, really gravitating more towards single eyeshadows, because I'd rather have like 100 or 200 of single eyeshadows than the same amount of eyeshadow palettes. I have 3 different cabinets because I cannot store them anywhere. And then of course you don't always love every single color in every single eyeshadow palette that you buy, and it's just a waste of money and space and then energy. And I'm just getting into single eyeshadows really, really hard. And I don't even want to buy like many eyeshadow palettes in the future. I just rather buy the single ones. So this is the base. And then some other thing that I've been doing lately is using an eyeshadow base after I set my lid. And for that I'm using a liquid lipstick. So this is the NYX Lip Lingerie, and this is in Baby Doll. Obviously, as you would any other like a base product on the lid, I'm just putting them up until the crease, in the crease on both sides, using one side and then the other to have the equal amount of product probably, and then just blend it out with my finger. And the fun thing about this one is that it's the perfect peachy color to cover any darkness and any purpliness around the eyes. And sometimes if I feel like I still need some color correction, I would get into this one and put it right in the corner where my dark And this would like really peek through both sides. And if I need a little bit more, I would even put it under the eyes. And it works perfectly because it's drying down and it just helps your eyeshadow from creasing or sliding off. This is actually the perfect base for eye makeup. You can wait for it to dry down if you don't want your color to be like that intense. If you want a more intense color, depending on the color that you use, then you can put it on while it's still a little bit tacky. This is just the best product. You can use it even as blush, depending on the color, but I guess you can just go in and put a tiny bit. You can tell how it's there, of course, on top of the highlighter, but still I'm just wanting to show you how you can just definitely use up like a liquid lipstick would take then a couple of weeks to finish up this way. And also you can use it on your lip still, which I'm gonna do today. So that's liquid lipstick. Also you can use this 3 ways, like on your lips, on your cheeks, and on your eyes. Quite amazing. And I don't know if you can tell that this one, I'm scraping to show you, but soon it's going to be gone, so probably a week. Yeah, you can tell. A week. Let me grab my mint tea. Delicious. Basically, I'm trying to use all of my eyeshadows that I have. I want to try all of the eyeshadow palettes in my collection and every color from every palette. It is a several years long project, and currently I am in this Revolution palette, which is the Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly. This is a pastel-y. I thought for this time of the year this would be a perfect choice. I'm going to use this purple. And the best way I can deal with eyeshadows lately, if I use them on the nails, not today's nail do, but I usually use the darker shades in a palette because I don't really love those. So I just put on my nail polish, not even a gel nail, just a regular nail polish. And while it's still tacky a little bit, I just put on with a special brush, which I'm going to show you which one I use. So I'm using this flat brush on my nails. I just get into a little bit of eyeshadow, which I previously scraped up, so it would be a loose eyeshadow. And then put it, whenever I like, either in the middle or in the bottom or on the top. And like that, creating this ombre effect of a nail look, which I absolutely adore. You can just use up so many colors that way. And it's just a fun little project that helps you to kind of use up your eyeshadows, especially the ones that you don't really adore on your eyes or on your face. And the thing is that I'm loving eyeshadow. I just absolutely adore eyeshadow looks, and I will always buy eyeshadow. I will not buy them. I just want to buy less palettes, probably even smaller ones. I'm more like single eyeshadows from brands, even like higher end brands, because I just don't want all of their palettes. I don't love all of the colors, and I just want especially the ones that I adore. So I don't want to have excess products sitting in my drawers and paying so much money for them. I'm going in with this one. Actually, they do have names. So the purple one was called Pupa, which is butterfly, I think. I'm going to go into this shade, which is called Joy. So on this flat brush, I'm just going into the Joy shade. And then I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this, well, a white pearly shade called Free on the inner part of the eyelid. And now I'm gonna get a really small brush, like a detail brush, and get into a different palette that I'm actually panning currently. This is the Ulta Beauty palette. This is a small palette. And this is what it looks like. I already finished these 2 colors. And I'm getting into this taupey, purpley taupe, interesting kind of a shade, which I'm gonna put into the crease. And probably under the eyes, because the more dimension, the better. And now for the outer corner, obviously it has to be a little bit darker. I'm going into this dark brown shade. This is also a little bit purpley, but it's perfect for today's look. Now eyeliner pencil, which is also interesting because lately I've been layering my eyeliner pencils because I have this white one which is perfectly creamy. This is from Rival Loves Me. But of course alone it's way too stark. Okay, so this is the eyeliner. And then to tone it down a tiny bit, I'm gonna be using this pink one, which is from Essence. This is Long Lasting Eye Pencil and the shade is, it's number 28, called Life in Pink. And alone, this looks like as if your eyes were bloodshot, so I don't love it alone. But on top of the white, creates this perfect pastel-y pink color, which I adore on the waterline. Look at that. How better is that part than that? Amazing. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this in the inner corner, just to layer with some eyeshadow because I want to put some eyeshadow in the inner corner. And currently I'm using this L'Oreal palette. I mean palette, it's like such a small little thing. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna be using this shade. Look how pretty, in the inner corner. So I'm going in inner corner. Sometimes I even grab one highlight, but today I already got some. This is the L'Oreal Matte Signature. My trick is to not go all the way through that you want the eyeliner to go, but to basically lie down a little bit and then get a brush and then drag it out until you find it good. Okay, that's exactly how I like it. Okay, perfect. I just love my eyeliner like this baby wing. Perfect. And another trick that I'm lately doing is using two mascaras. One of them for the upper lashes and one of them for the bottom. So this is the Superstar from Rival Loves Me, which I like for upper lashes because of the spoolie. So I'm just kind of good with them, but obviously you can use them up like in the inner corner on the eyelid. When I had a color that I wanted to finish up quite fast, then I basically used as eyeshadow base. So the way I'm just using the liquid lipstick right now. And mascaras, I mean, you have to get rid of them. I'm using the So Long from Avon actually. And this is such a perfect little brush. And now look at that. Wow, how great is that for bottom lashes? Just to define them, look. Perfect. How pretty, like 60s lashes look. And now the lips. I kind of went crazy with lip liners this year, but I felt like probably better lip liners than eyeshadow palettes because those are smaller. But this is a color that I'm almost finished with. This is Rimmel Exaggerate in 104 Call Me Crazy because it's a crazy poppy color. But today I'm going to show you the trick that I do with the brow pencil. And I'm just rubbing it together so there wouldn't be any harsh lines. And I'm using the liquid lipstick right now. A lip gloss is a product that I'm just kind of flying through, and now I understand that if you keep using only the same product, then you can finish one in a month or probably in 3 weeks. Probably you can tell that even this is like halfway gone. This is of course the Shine 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 from Essence. These are the older ones. And only a tiny look. Only a tiny bit of this is enough. Put this much and it's enough for the whole lip. Only to define the shape a bit more. And only a tiny bit is so pretty shiny and sparkly. Okay, so if I have this lip on and I feel like it's way too warm or way too peachy or whatever, and I want it to be a little bit more grungy and cool toned, then I'm grabbing my eyebrow pencil and I'm just lining over it with the lip product on. Look how cuter that is. It's a way more defined. I think it's so much cuter. And also, if you don't have any other products with you, especially at work or traveling or whatever, just grab your brow pencil and you're good to go. And now fixing spray. And fixing spray I usually use as facial like refreshing mist. So if I'm at work, I would usually have this with me. Currently I'm using the Makeup Fixing Spray by She, which is amazing because it smells of cucumbers and I obviously love that. So I'm gonna set the face. And if I'm at work and I just need a little bit of refreshment, I would just go in with this. And then I could use these easily just as well. Okay everyone, so this was me using all of the products that I'm currently panning. And I could chat to you about things and using up things and kind of repurposing makeup, which I love. And I hope you liked a couple of tricks that I have lately developed to do my makeup. And until the next project pan or project pan update or anything to do with project pan, bye bye.